Real quick, what's up, everybody? How is everybody doing? Once again, I forgot to turn the damn mic on. Shout out to that. How's everybody doing today? What in the hell? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody having a beautiful day. Couple of things we want to talk about. Before we actually get to those couple of things that we want to talk about, I want to say I have an event that we're going to be doing on Wednesday. Anybody in the tri-state area that wants to pull up to this event is between the hours of 7 and 10. You have to hit me up on the DM, and depending, I'm going to let you know what the address is. Everybody ain't invited. We don't want no. That's the way I'm gonna let you know what the address is, where we're gonna be at, because we don't. Real quick story. I had some female once tried to show up to just argue with me, so she wanted to like show up at whatever club I was going to or whatever it was, just so she could get me out in public and disrespect me. And I can't do nothing. I'm a man. I just got to stand there and be disrespected. So she wanted to find out where I was so she could follow me around all night and disrespect me. And I can't even do nothing because she a woman. I just got to stand there and take it. Like, shit is retarded. So I'm not telling nobody where I'm going to be. You got to hit me up. I'll let you know. There's real wackos out here in this world. It's a whole fact. Alright, where we gonna start this off at? What's up, Mike Jones? How you doing today, my brother? What up, Mr. Dat? Let's get it. What's up, Straight Ballin'? Always appreciate you, my brother. Monica Kendra Whitehead, happy that you here, as you already know. Salute. What up, Malik Geechee? How you doing today, my brother? James Belcher, Angel Crispin. Hope everybody had a beautiful weekend. My weekend was pretty good, except for when I was going to go to the laundry. It started hailing. I said, well, I guess that's not what I'm doing today. That was extremely upsetting. Anyway, we're not that upsetting, but I wanted to go to the laundry. Anyway, what up, Eric Guest, Big June? How y'all doing? What up, G's Up? Salute to G's Up. G's Up pulled up on me when I went to the marathon shop. We had already closed the live down at that point, but G's Up pulled up on me. Yo, G's Up, come pull up with me this Wednesday. We going to this spot. I'm gonna let you know what it is. You already know. Hit me up on my DMs though. Who else we got up in here? I love having the touchscreen. I'm not gonna lie to you. What up, Karem TV? How you doing today? What up, Almond Brown? How you feeling? Thank you to everybody that told me that y'all couldn't hear, by the way. What up, Shade Lacey? Okay. What up? Who else we got up in here? Drone. What up, Real Drone? Brooklyn Born. Who else we got up in here? Ty Lynch. Ty Lynch says, what's good, Jack Frost, BBN fam? I'm originally from the Bronx. Been tuned in for about a year. Tyree, pardon me. Shout out to you, my brother. What up, C. Graph? Miguel Pineda. Who else we got up in here? M. Boogie, Big Boy. Virgo Smith. Illustrate. Who else we got up in here? Big Chopper. Easy Living for me. Why do I feel like that's a troll? What up, Deshaun Ragsdale? All right, let's get right into it. Shakur SP, what's up? What's up, Jacob Gomez? How y'all doing this morning? Real quick before we even go into this. What up, Cash is King? I had a individual who I'm really cool with hit me up, right? So we're talking for a minute. What up, Bree Powell? What up, Vic Star? We love Vicks. And they called me up, and I'm going to tell you something. So they was telling me about somebody who's also their friend, who they're cool with. And they basically was explaining to me how they were doing something at the same time, basically, and how they believe that they will beat them out because they're competing, and they're like, numbers don't lie. And this is something I'm going to say, and please take this to heart. Please, please take this to heart. We should not be competing with our friends. We should not be competing with our family. We should not be competing against people that we want to succeed. We do not compete against people that we want to win. I just want to point that out, all right? Because this is very, very important. This is one of the reasons why our community gets held down. because we're always competing with each other. Stop competing against each other. I'm going to give you a perfect example. Let's say I just started doing lives, right? Let's say I had an associate that was doing lives at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to go live at 8 o'clock in the morning because I have an associate that goes live at 8 o'clock in the morning. We work together. Why would I want to slow up their platform? I wouldn't do that. You understand what I'm saying? Let's say, it's just so you can get an understanding of what I'm saying. Let's stop competing against each other. It's crazy. We're forcing each other to not be able to go nowhere. We're forcing each other to not be able to, nobody can get to the next level. So anyway, that's a whole nother story. I ain't really want to get into that too much. It's just somebody hit me up and they was talking about that, and it's just something that was just on my mind. Like, we got to stop doing that. Stop competing against each other. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to say don't raise up your level of quality. I'm saying stop directly trying to contend with another individual who you're supposed to be cool with. That's that's part of the slave mentality. That's a slave mentality. I'm going to go compete against that other guy right there that got nothing, like I don't have anything. Slave mentality. Stay away from it. Anyway, all right, so there's a couple of things we're going to talk about today. One of the things we're going to be talking about is Alpo called in the QueensFlip. I have some opinions on that, obviously. I want to talk about the Troy Ave Taxstone N.O.R.E situation. For everybody that don't know, N.O.R.E was on, Troy Ave went on N.O.R.E show, Drink Champs. N.O.R.E and Taxstone have a friendship. A lot of people were upset at N.O.R.E for bringing Troy Ave onto his platform due to the fact that Taxstone and N.O.R.E have a relationship with one another. And another thing that we will be talking about is we will be talking about WAC 100. Before we go any further, I just want everybody to know WAC 100 is one of my favorite social media personalities. He's one of my favorite. And I don't even usually agree with him. What's up, Dreamcast? I don't even really ever agree with him. I usually think he's wrong. But that doesn't change the fact that WAC 100 is one of my favorite social media personalities. And I put a capital U there in the word hustle, so that is upsetting. But also we're going to talk about the WAC 100 comments that he made about Nipsey Hussle and how that affects Blueface and kind of also the game. So I just want to let everybody know about that, so let's get to it. First thing we're going to start off with, for everybody that don't know, King Erna recently came up to New York City. Shout out to King Erna and his platform. I don't watch his platform, and I know very little about his platform. So anything that I'm saying after this is not an attack on King Erna. I don't know enough about his platform to even really comment on it. All I know is I think he like elbow drops things and breaks things. I mean, I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, so he has some kind of weird beef he has going on with Alpo. Real quick, something I want to make, a comment that I want to make about us YouTube content creators. Stop creating personal situations against other personalities. Like, if you got a rapper or something, it's not personal. You don't know this guy. If you have a guy in a gang member or something, you don't know him. It's not personal. Stop creating personal situations when it's not necessary. And I say that to say this. King Erna, for whatever his reason is, he's extremely upset at Alpo. What up, Dice? He's extremely upset at Alpo. Now, for everybody that don't know, Alpo ratted. He told on people. He told on people who worked for him. He also killed somebody who was extremely loved in Harlem called Rich Porter. He also was involved himself into a lot of other things that people don't like that he did. All right, so there's a lot of people that who do not like Alpo. I don't know the dude. Based on his actual actions of what he's done, I'd have to say I don't think Alpo was right for what Alpo was doing. But I'm not gonna stand up here, curse him out, tell him off. So QueensFlip had King Erna up there, I heard, and also had Alpo call in. I want to branch off. I want to branch off on something real quick. I don't want to lose you, but I just want to pay. I want to branch off on something. When you have N.O.R.E invite Troy Ave on his show, and then you have people tell N.O.R.E off, that's literally N.O.R.E's job. It's N.O.R.E's job to talk to people. So he should want to bring Troy Ave on his show, regardless of the relationship that Taxstone and him might have had. You want Troy Ave to come on your show. First of all, if you Taxstone or you are an individual who is, how do you say, a proponent of Taxstone, you're on Taxstone's side. You also want Troy Ave to come on the show, because if how else can there be a case made against him if he never talks? Literally, talking sends you to jail. Ask people that go on Vlad's show. Shout out to Vlad. That's not a knock on Vlad. But talking sends you to jail. Okay, so if you are an individual who is a friend of Taxstone's, you want Troy Ave to do all the talking. That's a fact. Mr. Dapp says, I raise my eyebrow at anyone who don't support King Erna's message. His antics are clearly entertainment, so I excuse it. Erna is a man and is ready to deal with all repercussions. Like I said, I don't watch the dude's channel, so I don't really know his position on many of these things. Alpo is a rat. That's a fact. That's a factual statement. King Erna is a big scary dude on Flip sweating. This guy Ross said he I didn't see the interviews. I don't know how scary. I don't know how scary he was looking, or how much he was sweating. Funny as shit on me. Oh man. Okay. My point is this, okay? My point is this. If you are a if you're pro Taxstone, you want Troy Ave to have as many interviews as possible. There's a reason why they tell you when you get caught up with the law, don't talk to nobody. I'm gonna explain something real quick. When you see these guys do these interviews, right? You see the guys doing the interviews. I'm not talking about the interviews we do on YouTube. I'm talking about interviews. When they go on Nightline, when they go on ABC, NBC, one of those type of interviews. They have a guy off of camera, or a woman, a person, off camera, right? And what that person is doing is letting them know which questions they can answer. That person is letting them know which questions they can answer honestly, which questions to stay away from, which questions to tell half-truths on, basically. There's a person off camera with whatever body language or whatever letting them know. That's why I said that, and I'm sorry for bringing this up, but when Homegirl did that interview with Vlad, Sarah did that interview with Vlad, they needed somebody in that room to protect her. That's another reason why I do not blame her for that interview. I don't blame her for I wish she would have knew better, but she didn't have nobody in that room actively that knew, obviously, no disrespect to whoever was there with her, that knew how to operate. So they didn't know to say, we're not reading nothing. They didn't know to say, We're not talking about that. They didn't know to say that. You understand what I'm saying? More you people would rat if y'all was facing the death penalty. I believe like probably 99% of people would rat if they were facing the death penalty. Fuck you talking about? Part of my language. Ross said he only because his last comment was so funny. Are we gonna read this one? He said he's talking about King Erna. He said sweating hard for 5 hours, then try to lie on his video yesterday talking about how he with outside and see that rat pole. I'm 100% sure that he did not go out. No, I'm not even commenting on that. I'm not commenting on that. Whatever. You got dudes pulling up to people's neighborhoods at 2 o'clock in the morning, at 5 o'clock in the morning, acting like they trying to get busy. You got dudes doing that. So, no, what you want me to say? You got dudes pulling up at people at 5 o'clock in the morning talking about where y'all at? I mean, where they at? They in the bed. What you talking about? Oh, man. No, I mean, I don't know King Erna, so I'm not trying to disrespect him. I don't know him. If that's what his fans like him doing, then he should keep doing it. If his fans like when he's, I don't know, drop kicking refrigerators, I don't know what the hell he's doing over there. But if his fans are entertained by that, then he should keep doing it. What the hell? He ain't hurt nobody except for himself and a couple of kitchen appliances. Somebody pulled up at Hassan Campbell's place. I don't know if it was Hassan Campbell's old place. All of you YouTubers that's doing that, please stop. I love y'all. Please stop before shit goes drastically wrong. Please stop trying to pull up on people's houses. Y'all gonna pull up at the wrong person's house. It's gonna be the wrong house. It's gonna be a trap house or some shit. You're gonna ask for somebody. Niggas gonna think y'all the feds. Y'all gonna get shot up or worse over some shit that you ain't even had nothing to do with because you was somewhere where you wasn't supposed to be. Please stop pulling up on people's cribs. Stop trying to pull up on anyone's anything. Stop doing that. I'm telling you what could happen. They're gonna pull up in somebody's neighborhood and be like, yo, do you know, I don't know who the hell. And the people are gonna be like, yo, is this nigga this nigga's the D? Is he this nigga's with the D? Who the fuck is these niggas? Who is he asking for? You don't know who he asking? I don't know that person either. Who he asking for? Nah. Take that nigga around back. Part of my language. Take him around back, yo. Next thing you know, you're just gonna hear pop, pop. We're gonna be running. Garbage cans are gonna be all over the place. He's gonna be jumping fences. Somebody gonna get hurt. I'm telling you. I don't know if Hassan is or isn't calling the feds on anybody, but shout out to James S for the donation. He says, "Sow some love, donate. Appreciate you, my brother." I have no idea. What's up? Let's talk about it. What's up, Miss Sex Money? I have no idea if Hassan is calling the feds on anybody, but if people are realistically doing what they're doing to Hassan Campbell, there's a good chance that that if there is somebody behind that, there's a good chance that sooner or later they will be found, and there's a whole bunch of different fines and everything else they might be facing. So I don't know what I would do if somebody was busy threatening my family. I'm not a gang member either, so let's just be clear. Let's just be clear on that. Mr. Dab said, you expecting too much from YouTubers. This man has admitted he killed people. He trying to change. Now he harassing a rat piece of shit. Why are you going at Erna? This is a lot. I'm not. Oh, you talking to somebody else? Because I'm not going at King Erna. Just so we can be clear. I'm not going at no YouTubers. I don't even like saying YouTubers' names. Because every time I say a YouTuber name, they make hate videos about me. I have no idea why. Shout out to you dudes. Anyway, moving on. We kind of going back and forth through two different discussions so I could keep everybody up to date. We're talking about the Alpo QueensFlip situation, and we're at the same time talking about the Troy Ave N.O.R.E situation, because I believe that both of those things have they have intersecting properties. The reason being is a lot of this stuff is about, what you got to understand is a lot of this it has to do with interviews. People doing interviews this, people doing interviews that. There's certain people that there's like, you can't interview that person for whatever the reason is. I think anybody that can get an interview with Alpo, go do it. I think that anybody that can get an interview with Troy Ave, go do it. I think that the people who don't like, when you don't like somebody, you don't be upset they're doing an interview. Wish they do as many interviews as possible. Because if you really in your heart believe that somebody was wrong about something, and if you really in your heart believe that somebody is lying about something, then you want them to keep talking about that thing so they can get exposed. So I'm not saying either one of these guys are lying. I'm not saying either one of these guys are right or wrong about whatever is going on in their current situation. But what I am saying is this: if you are a ally of Taxstone and you're pissed off at Troy Ave, you want Troy Ave to do all the interviews possible before the trial. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. One of the main reasons why we haven't been having a lot of stuff on this channel right now is because I'm at a crossroads. I'm going to explain. I'm at a crossroads, right? Because when we was doing that Tekashi case, I think that I went really, really close to that line. I didn't cross the line at no point, in my opinion. But I think that I went really, really close to that line of possibly putting out information that could have hurt those guys that were on trial. I'm not trying to hurt the guys on trial. I'm not trying to help the guys on trial. I'm just trying to disseminate the information, period. If it helps somebody, I would prefer that. If anything, I'd rather help. I don't want to hurt, if anything. So I've been looking at actually a lot of the data that I took when I was in the court. And I've been looking at some of the videos, going over them again. And I'm just kind of at a crossroad. I don't think I messed up at all. Now, with that being said, I seen a video. Somebody talking about a different case. I'm not even going to say the case because I'm not trying to talk shit about nobody. But I seen somebody talking about a different case, and I saw the way that they were doing it. And I just want to say this for future reference for everybody that does YouTube videos, cover cases on YouTube. Let the public know what's happening with our favorite artists or our favorite hood celebrities, whether they be gang members or drug dealers or whatever they are. Just please, let's be a little bit more responsible. All right? Please, let's be a little bit more responsible. The feds are watching channels like this. The police are watching channels like this. All right, just so you could be honest, just put that out there. That's another reason why I'm always trying, whenever we bring somebody on the platform, I want them to talk about positive things that they've done also. Because I know that the channel is getting watched. There's not even a question about that. All right, Vlad's channel is probably the most watched channel by law enforcement. This channel is being watched. A lot of channels are being watched. When you put yourself on these guys' radar, you got to be smart. And I'm telling you right now, there's a certain content creator. It actually was 3 of them. And I saw some videos. And I don't know, they all mentioned one specific thing that I'm not going to talk about. And I don't know who brought it up first. But you can't talk, just because you find out about something, that don't mean to talk about it. Just because you know about something, that don't mean to talk about it. I just want to say that. I'm going to leave it alone, and I'm going to go on to the next thing. Robo says, "Was good? Jack was good. You right. The platform's always open for discussion. Don't get mad at the interviewer. You know it's even with Alpo, it's love and hate situation. Yeah, you can't get mad at the dude that's gonna end. That's crazy. What kind of If Alpo came to me and wanted to interview, I'm interviewing them right then and there. What the heck? Immediately. Absolute interview. Come December 10th, there will be a lot of problems with some channels. That's a fact. And I think YouTube, just because they're taking the channels down, I think they're also going to make it harder for people to become new, have channels. And I think they have to have a way to know who's who. Okay, so this is something that you don't know. In order to get monetized, obviously, you have to give over your social security number. There's going to be a lot of people that when they get their channels taken, their social security number is going to be null and void on being able to make a YouTube channel. And I think that quite a few of these people are. I think you're going to be surprised. I think it's not going to be only the channels people expect. I think you might be surprised. I mean, I don't think I'm on the cutting board. I don't have no reason to believe I am. Shout out to Jay Coffee Talk for the donation. He said morning for us content. Hashtag content. Just saying what's up. Appreciate you. C Graph said they had a special on 60 Minutes last night. They had a special on 60 Minutes last night about it. The lady from YouTube broke it down. What did she say, C Graph? Tell us what they said, basically. You have to show your face. But hold on. I've been telling y'all about these YouTube changes for over a year now, just so we can be clear. I mean, I don't want this whole conversation to be about that. But for over a year now, I've been telling you that there was going to be changes to YouTube. For over a year now, just so we can be honest. I've been telling people that. And it was on 60 Minutes. That just goes to show. I'm gonna leave it alone. But okay, anybody that saw it, I want anybody that saw it, anybody got IG. Somebody put my IG up there. That's my IG right there. I'm in the real Jack Frost. Anybody that saw this, hit me on IG right now. I want y'all to call in. I'm always only just trying to give context. That's a fact. First of all, I have about 6 people that already gave me extremely good ideas for shows. The problem is the type of shows that some people want to do and put on YouTube. YouTube is not having that any further. Pardon me. YouTube don't want all of that bang bang shoot 'em up stuff no more. They're trying to move away from that. So unless there's a way to do a bang bang shoot 'em up jump off, but it be art and it not just be gory shooting at each other, YouTube don't necessarily want that. Appreciate you. Dice TV said, you saying that a year ago is what made me move a certain way with my content when I first started. Tried to tell you. Look, I'm not a hater. I do not want your channel to fail. I'm talking to every single person that has a channel. I do not want your channel to fail. I just don't want your success to be my downfall. I don't want you to come up off of destroying me. I don't want you to destroy me. I want you to be successful I just want you to be successful at something else other than trying to run me to an early grave. Give me 1 second. I'm going to tell you when all of this stuff started. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Right back. My fault, y'all. Hold on. I'm going to tell you when all of this started. All of this YouTube fiasco, crazy shit, all of this actually started with a PewDiePie situation. Shout out to PewDiePie and his people. It all actually started from a PewDiePie situation. After the PewDiePie situation happened, then they had to start making an overhaul. The overhaul basically started happening. We're getting right back to what the conversation is. Just give me 1 second. There was also a problem that YouTube was having at that moment that had to deal with these people that make like the weirdos. Like they dress up like Spider-Man and have sex and all type of different weirdo stuff. And that they were getting caught up in the children's algorithm. So you could have your little kid sitting there watching, I don't know, Teletubbies or whatever. I don't know what they watch nowadays. And then the very next video, Peppa Pig. And then the very next video will be some grown adults dressed up like cartoon characters having sex. You understand what I'm saying? So then you add that to the fact that another thing that people don't know is social media, people who work in the social media actually have a high suicide rate. So a lot of people also don't know that. So a lot of people don't know that. Social media actually has a really high suicide rate, especially amongst young teens. It's crazy. So when you add all of this up, and then you add all of these shenanigans that's going on with people going to people's houses, you got all, like so much weirdo stuff. YouTube has to do something. Yeah, people are doing a lot of weirdo shit. Somebody said, yo, there's a video out there with Peppa Pig people voice over swear words. Shaking my head. The BS F-ish the others just trying to make content. That's a fact. Yeah, so that was a problem. So that's another reason why you got to understand it. And also, it's important to not have a platform that's trying to perpetuate gang violence. So that's another reason why often on this channel, whenever we talk about anything that has to do with gangs or anything that has to do with any type of organization or anything like that, we always want to explain that we're not talking about these things and trying to perpetuate violence, but we're trying to mitigate violence. We're trying to actually show why we need to start moving in a certain way, why we should have unity, why we shouldn't be trying to destroy one another, why we shouldn't be having all these drugs in our communities, why we shouldn't be trying to rob and steal and kill, why we should cherish our women, why we should protect the kids. So that's what we're trying to do over here on the BBN. I don't know what anybody else is trying to do other than get the BBN shut down. King from New York says, why do you think most guys be like, oh, stop glorifying rats, stop talking about raps, F Alpo, they don't care, but always watching faithfully when they talk about them? See, this is the problem. Somebody tried to come on my show. Somebody tried to contact me once to tell me I couldn't have somebody on my show, right? Let me tell you what happened. There were some people who I was cool with. And they had like 3 or 4 of them contact me. And they was like, stop having Snow Billy on your show. Snow Billy's a rat. Snow Billy is this. Snow Billy is that. They not wrong. Alright? Just so we can be clear. But I had to explain this. I said, yo, look. My job isn't to discern who's telling the truth and who's lying. That's not my job. My job is to present, facts to the public and allow for the public to have their own discussion and come to their own thoughts about whatever we're discussing. That's my job. My job isn't to tell you what to think. My job is to give you more information so you can come to your own conclusions. So by telling me not to have somebody on the actual show, or not to interview somebody, or allow somebody to call in that has pertinent information, you know, they might say 80% of the shit they might say is all lies, and like 20% is facts, or even less. You know, it might be even skewed even more. But it's my job to bring that information to the public. It's not my job to decide what important information you don't deserve to have, if that makes any sense. And that's literally what some of these other guys is doing. Shout out to them though, but that's literally what they're doing. They don't know how to discern which information is good or bad, so they either giving you information that they shouldn't be giving out because the case isn't over, or they're giving you, they're concealing shit that it's not a problem. They don't know what to say and what not to say. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I saw that. You hit dude with his bags. Can we get some bags, everybody? Somebody just got hit with their bags. Can we get some bags up? I'm trying to find bags. I don't know how to find bags in this shit. You know what? I'm going to give up on finding bags. I don't know. Objects. Could be objects. Alright, yep, that's it. I tried. I'm not going to be able to find them. Oh, shit. Alright, we get back to what we're doing. Screw that. Anyway, alright, so basically, let's get back to the whole discussion that we're having involving Alpo calling up to this show. Which boy they pushed back to hearing they pushed back to January, Lou? Okay, I'm not telling anybody to apologize for anybody. What's wrong with y'all? What you talking about? Apologize for something? What is wrong with you people always wanting an apology? Hell's wrong with you? Oh, speak nice? Yeah, what's wrong with these guys? These guys is always talking about somebody apologizing. You a grown-ass individual. What the hell do you care if somebody apologizes? I need to say something real quick. We're grown-ass adults. Stop caring if people apologize to you or not. What kind of shit is that? You a grown-ass adult. Stop caring if people apologize or not. Nowadays, people apologize to me. I don't even think nothing of it. I'm like, half of the motherfuckers that apologize, they just apologizing so they can do it again. Stop caring if people apologize or not. You're a grown ass adult. You got more important things to think about in your life rather than if somebody apologized for some shit that you think they should have apologized for. What the hell? Everybody's trying to do some kind of podcast, try to get everybody thinks their life is interesting. You lived your life. Every single person in here, 156 people in here, myself included, we think our lives are interesting. Alright? I'm just gonna kick you. Yo, we hitting this Hitman Bloods from Saint Etienne with bags. Bang, right in the face. So, actions speak way louder than words, Mr. Dapp. Thank you. Yes, people are extremely soft. Yo, why ain't they apologize? Let me tell you about what happened. Other day, I'm playing 2K, right? Right? So I'm playing 2K. I got some dude on my team. I don't know. Right? I'm wide open a ton of times. Dude don't pass the ball. I don't say nothing. Whole entire first quarter goes past. I don't got one shot taken yet. I say, yo, look, homeboy. No, I finally get the ball. When I finally get the ball, dude comes and brings his man over to me. I'm like, yo, can you please not bring your man over to me? But the way that I said it, he didn't like it. So he argued with me the rest of the game because he didn't like the way that I asked him to not bring the guy over to me. We're grown-ass fucking adults. If you're going to argue with somebody because you don't like the way that they said something, and then unless they just was like throwing all type of different curse words in there and all type of different absolutely talking trash about you and disrespecting you, then you got a right to be upset at the way they spoke to you. But if they just said some funny offhand comment, if they just said some kind of funny offhand comment that you don't like, now you got a vendetta against them. I don't know. People are weirdos, yo. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. I personally just think there are a lot of weirdos out there. And there's nothing wrong with being a weirdo. It's just there's something wrong with it when you take your weirdo-ness and trying to force other people. Thank you, money, all money in. F the apology. That's not going to help me get through life. And you wrote the wrong through. But, you know, your heart was in the right place. I think that they're putting something in our food. Listen to me. Listen to me very closely. I think they're putting something in our food that's causing for men. It's causing for men's internal, I don't know what the hell you want to call it, get thrown off. And causing for just people in general, men and women, to just be thrown off. Like their hormones thrown off. I'm telling you. I think that it got to be in our food, in our water, something. And you know I don't go into this conspiracy theory talk. But it's just people are so sensitive, it's retarded. Just look. It's the plastic. It could just be frequencies they putting out into the air. They could just be blowing shit over the fucking TV. It could be a frequency that we can't even hear that's coming over the TV and fucking with people. But there's something going on. I don't know what it is. I'm not trying to go too far into it. But there's literally something going on. And I'm going to tell you why I probably notice it more than anybody else or quicker than a lot of other people is because the number one reason why I have a problem on this channel with the trolls is because of some weird oversensitivity. Some kind of weird oversensitivity. Listen very closely to all the people who got problems with me. They can't even tell you why they got a problem with me. I don't think it's the internet or TV making people soft. I think it don't help. I think it's definitely something in the food because I just keep coming across situations that, in my opinion, it don't make any sense. Just me. I could be wrong. It's just my opinion. But I personally keep coming across situations that, in my opinion, makes zero sense. In my opinion, zero sense. We don't use the N word. Rossetti, we don't use the N word. I hope you type all of that over again, but you use the N word, so we have to take that comment down. But he said Alpo is a liar. He said he only knew Rich for 2 damn years, and these people believe him. I think that might have something to do with it also, John Williams. John Williams says John Williams. John Williams is a dude that makes scores movies, like the music that you hear like in the movies and shit. That's John Williams. I think he did Star Wars. He did Superman. That's why the Superman and the Star Wars theme is so close. Dun 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 dun. That's the Superman theme, right? Now do the Star Wars theme to yourself. Um, Big Chopper said they're gonna be going December 10th. If you streaming other people's shows or going, I don't know. The same person scored both songs. I think they sound. I'm about to get demonetized for this. I'm not gonna get demonetized for this. I'm not gonna get demonetized. If we had more donations, I just go through the demonetized route and play both of the damn things. I hate when people just say the opposite of what I'm saying just to say the opposite about what I'm saying, because that just that we can't even have discussions when people are doing stupid shit like that. That shit is retarded. But all right, shout out to you. Very similar. Thank you, DSTN. That's all I was saying. They sound similar. Thank you. Just thank you. I'm the media. I'm literally doing what the media does. Why would you be here if you don't like what the media does? Do you go to everybody else's channel and make them same comments? I'm pretty sure you don't. So, peace. Hit them with their bags. Anyway, all right, so we discussed the Alpo situation for the most part. For the people who couldn't get where we was going with the whole entire conversation, the Alpo conversation, which is also the Taxstone N.O.R.E conversation, Troy Ave conversation, we didn't just talk about those particular situations. We also talked about the impact that certain things might have on YouTube just in general, and the reasoning why these guys are not wrong for giving out the type of interviews that they gave. If you leave and you come back and you're not caught up to why we're talking about what we're talking about, that's not a me problem. That's a you problem. You probably should just ask. Good Netflix show, The Island. Check out The Island. A word, shout out the Gully. Hold on, somebody asked me a question real quick. I want to answer. Check out this show. Netflix is pretty good. Watch it until you get a gist of it by the time you get about to the 4th episode. About the 3rd, 4th episode, then you'll get a better understanding of what's going on. But the whole show was good. I like the whole show. Anyway, The Irishman was dope. I like The Irishman. Irishman was dope. The Irishman was dope as shit. Alright, so yes, he is actually going to be at court. Not Snow. Bat is getting sentenced today. Bat is not Snow Billy's cousin. I have no idea why Snow lied to people like that. I gotta go. I gotta go to the fucking thing. I still got time. I can make it. Yeah, look, I love y'all. Shout out to everybody. We going live. I gotta get down to this courthouse. We going live. I'm gonna be right back. When we go live and we come back, it's gonna be about 12 o'clock noon. We going live. We coming right back. I gotta get down to this courthouse. I love y'all. Everybody enjoy y'all day. I'm sorry this had to be